Hello and welcome, every pony. This is Brizuga, aka Page Sage, and this is another MLP Blind Commentary. Today, we will be watching My Little Pony Season 5, Episode 9, Slice of Life. Also, it's a bit of an auspicious occasion, as this is MLP FYM's 100th episode. Huzzahs are in order! By the way, I've heard that because of this little fact, it's gonna be a special episode. In fact, I've heard from a few people that this episode was made specifically with the Brony fandom in mind. Assuming my sources aren't wrong, again, this makes me even more excited for the episode. As for predictions, I'm gonna guess it's a slice of life episode. It's an interesting title, to say the least. Let us move! Pony up, boys. Oh, hey, it's, yeah, it's there. It's, their scrapbook. Hey, he was at the coronation. Haven't seen you guys in quite a while.
Understand the ponies in this town. Everywhere I went, they were all gussied up and looking at me funny. Kept asking if I was nervous.
Did they forget the wedding is tomorrow?
Oh,
No, maybe they're just as excited
you guys
for
getting,
us to be married as I am.
Well, they're going to feel awfully silly when they realize they've got the wrong date.
what?
The invitations are wrong! This says the wedding is today!
But I got such a good deal on them.
Every pony in town got these. The princesses have even RSVP'd.
I told you we should have eloped.
Oh dear, the caterer, the flowers, the musicians. We've got to move it all to today.
What?
Where's my wedding planner?
You told me you could do it for half what the others charge, and then you sent invitations to every pony in town with the wrong date.
She said muffin. Yeah, it's... Oh, it's a big deal, she spoke again. No, she just said muffins. Or muffin, whatever. Hooray, Derpy appears again. There we go. Had it a little loud. That's better. Twilight's got her magic active.
I really messed up on those invitations. I feel just awful,
No, she's talking more. Never mind.
That explains why I never got mine.
I told Cranky I could get them printed for cheap, but that meant hiring some pony with no experience using a printing press.
This episode was made by Larson.
I could go back in time and fix all this.
The doctor!
Going back in time is old thinking, my friend. I was working off a cutting-edge theory of making time come forward to you.
At least he doesn't have an incredibly American accent. I'm not sure what that is, actually.
Decades, centuries really, of research and experimentation, and I nearly had it cracked. Turns out there's a magic spell for it. Who knew? But there are so many things that magic can't explain, where science and mathematics are the real magic.
I'm trying not to explode.
You're pretty.
Ah, yes, my
This is
flameless
gorgeous.
fireworks. I never could quite figure out how to get them to ignite.
How did you learn to make all this stuff anyway?
I've been studying science my whole life. Ever since a particularly traumatic experience as a foal, I've been looking for ways to make sense of the world around me. Science provides explanations of things we never thought possible. Now, why did we come here again?
Yeah. Oh, because I accidentally sent out invitations for Cranky and Matilda's wedding with today's date instead of tomorrow's.
Great wickering stallions! I completely forgot, and I still need to get my suit tailored. Rarity? Rarity! Ah.
I'm freaking speechless. Final! Haha.
Please! You've got
She
to
can't
help
hear
me.
you.
I lost track of time, unbelievably, and forgot that the wedding is this afternoon.
Yeah, she can't hear you.
Have you seen Rarity? She's got to alter the sleeves of my suit, and she's got to do it now. Oh, thank goodness. Lead on, my friend.
I don't think she... she didn't hear a frickin' word you said. Thunderlion.
Why have you brought me here? Rarity would never set hoof in.
It's the Big Lebowski guys again.
Quivering stallions, they've got style. Gentle colts, I'm facing certain calamity, and I couldn't help noticing your remarkable fashion sense. Could I get the name of your incredible tailor?
Oh yeah, man. His name is Me.
Me. What an unfortunate name.
No, man. Like, I manufacture all my own garments. We all do, man.
Then you've got to help me. I need this suit tailored. It's an emergency.
Sorry, man. We're just about to start the finals.
What's this word you keep using, man?
I don't know, man, but guess what? A fourth didn't show, so if you roll with us, we'll alter your suit for you.
Alright then. Simple.
I'm sorry, gentle colts, but I will not bowl. The splits, the spares, there are simply too many variables.
Variables? What are you talking about, man? Just throw the ball straight.
Hold on. Straight? Very well. I'll try your straight technique. It just might be crazy enough to work.
I'm dazed and confused.
The way they're
Octavia
running,
just spoke.
I'd say it's either a friendship problem or a monster attack.
A monster attack? Blast! I'm performing at the ceremony this afternoon, and I still haven't sorted out what to play. How am I meant to practice with a monster invading Ponyville?
Maybe it's just a friendship problem, and it'll all be cleared up in a half an hour or so.
Ha ha ha.
I hope so.
Sweetville broke the
Where's
fourth
Pinkie
wall.
Pie? I need my wedding planner!
Alright.
Oh no! On my wedding day? Some pony's gotta help me! You!
Amethyst Star?
I need to move an entire wedding from tomorrow to today.
But no pony's asked me to organize anything since Twilight came to town.
So you'll do it?
I used to be the best organizer in all of Ponyville. You bet I'll.
Eat noogie, Pinky.
Come on, we better get to the salon before that monster flattens it.
This episode is all over the place.
What am I gonna do? Matilda! I feel so bad about the invitations. Is there anything I can do?
Flowers!
Hooray!
Like Matilda's arrangements
The Flower Girls.
today? This is awful!
The horror! The horror!
So, there's no way you can do it?
Alright.
We don't even have Matilda's flowers in yet, much less arranged. Oh, this is a disaster. Okay.
A horrible, horrible disaster. Oh my.
Look, girls! A broken stem on one of the zinnias! What?
Oh, the horror! The horror!
Yeah, we get it. They overreact.
I have to admit, when Matilda said we needed this place ready by
Hello.
today, I was a little nervous. With you by my side, I knew we'd get it done in time. There is
Butt
nothing
bump.
like a best friend, is there? Anything's possible when you know some pony as well as we know each other. What was that? There's some monster attacking Ponyville or something. What is it this time? A creature from the Everfree Forest?
I think it's some sort of bugbear.
Did you say Bugbear? It found me!
What?
are you talking about, Bonbon?
Yeah. Good
My
question.
name isn't Bonbon. It's Special Agent Sweetie Drops. I work for a super secret anti-monster agency in Canterlot. Or at least I did until the Bugbear went missing from Tartarus a few years back.
What are you talking about?
Good
When it
question.
escaped, we had to shutter the whole agency. Every last shred of evidence of the organization's existence was destroyed. Celestia demanded complete deniability.
What?
It was me who captured the Bugbear. I had to go deep cover here in Ponyville and assume the name Bon Bon. I never thought it'd be able to track me, but now it has.
Are you saying our whole friendship was based on a lie?
I'm sorry, Lyra. I couldn't tell you for your own protection.
This is ridiculous.
But the lunches, the long talks, the benches we've sat on, none of that was real?
It was all real. You're my very best friend. I've got to go find a crowd to blend into before I put you in danger. I'll see you at the wedding.
Fine, but we're gonna talk about this later!
I need my ring today, no matter the cost. As long as it doesn't cost any extra.
This whole thing is just complete pandemonium.
7-10 split, man. Harshest of the harsh. But if you pick this up, we win the whole shebang.
Doc! I finally figured out how I can help. Your flameless fireworks look just like flowers. I'll use them for the wedding.
Great wickering stallions. Wait!
Quit saying that.
Wait! The flameless fireworks are extremely volatile. Without knowing what the trigger is, they could go off at any moment. My word, is that a bugbear?
Yes, it is.
There are so many things I'm forgetting. I hope Cranky remembers to tell the musicians. Oh, I'll never get my main done in time.
You must relax, my dear. We can handle anything. We once did the pony's hair during the ceremony.
Oh, it's true. It's true. They really are the
Oh,
best.
hi.
Matilda, I've just got to say, I already feel like we're family.
You do?
Of course. I'm Stephen Magnet.
They even this is just
You're
nothing but a
Steven
fan
Magnet?
service.
Well, what'd you expect, Bugbear? I've known Cranky forever. Surely he must have told you about the time he saved me from Flash Freeze Lake.
You're Stephen Magnet.
Oh, I know. Typical Cranky to leave out minor details, like the fact that I'm, you know, a sea monster, right? Well, I just love that old burrow.
I'm sorry, Stephen. I guess I assumed you were a pony, and I had no idea you had such adventures together.
Oh, honey, you don't know the half of it. But let me tell you something. In all that we've been through together, the only thing he ever cared about was finding you.
Really?
Well, that and a baldness cure.
He is the sweetest thing, isn't he? All the stress I've put myself through, all the stress I've put him through, the only thing that matters is that we're together. The wedding isn't the important thing, the marriage is.
Oh, my goodness gracious. If you believe that, I have got a bridge to sell you. All these ponies traveling to Ponyville, putting on uncomfortable clothes, sitting through a long ceremony. You think any of them care about the marriage? No. Honey, the wedding is everything.
Thanks, Steven. Nice place. Love the design.
All these wedding songs are so standard. I want Matilda and Cranky's wedding to be special.
Don't say that around vinyl. Yeah, orchestral dubstep is difficult to design.
Thanks, but I'm not sure that's appropriate for a wedding, is it?
Yeah, it wouldn't be appropriate for a wedding either. Gotta try anyway. There you go, that's sounding a bit better.
That's more like it.
And have some orchestral dubstep at the wedding. This whole episode is rather nonsensical. It was just, oh jeez. This whole episode's just fan service. It's a little, yeah, like I said, nonsensical.
Stop! I'm going to be late for the wedding!
This whole episode, I felt like I've been watching a like some kind of fan video or something. We're sure this is an actual episode. You appear to be running over every character that's even the slightest bit important to anyone in all of Ponyville. Only person that's managed to dodge it so far. What? One of those pictures did not fit.
Is it nothing more than the endless search for a cutie mark?
And
what is a cutie mark?
now we got a paralyzed
What comes
horse's
to
log
mind
from
we're all only
Gummy.
one bugbear attack away from oblivion. And what of the poor gator? Flank forever blank, destined to an existential swim down the river of life to an unknowable destiny.
There you go.
Something like that might work.
And the
What do
princess.
you mean you left it on the counter?
I thought you were bringing it.
Oh, well, this is just wonderful.
I handled the gift for Cadence and Shining Armor. You were supposed to do this one, remember?
Well, we can't just come to this wedding empty-hoofed.
It's all right. He always cries at weddings. Usually it's not until the wedding starts.
These flameless fireworks look even better than flowers. Attention, every pony. Our friends have done it. They've defeated the Bugbear.
Hooray!
Hey,
Hello.
so, you didn't happen to mention our earlier conversation about my secret identity to any pony, did you?
No, I did not. And you're not the only one with a secret, you know. You know those expensive imported oats you were saving for a special occasion? I cooked them up and ate them. All of them. It's sort of thrilling to reveal your deepest, darkest secrets.
That's what best friends are for.
Wow, they're pissed.
Next time, you can just bring your own gift and I'll bring mine.
Fine.
That might be a good idea.
There you are. My suit has vanished and there's
He's
no
got
left in my
the
closet.
scar.
How do I look?
Like a million bits.
Great wickering stallions!
Quit saying that!
We'd better get inside. Allons-y!
Ah, there you go.
I can't believe I lost my hair. I look ridiculous. The love of my life deserves better than this.
Have no fear, Cranky, my dear. It's Stephen Magnet's mustache to the rescue.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Oh, no problem. Now you get in there and marry that donkey.
Well, is every pony here?
Oh, hi, Mayor.
Oh, Set Mayor.
Dearly beloved,
Except for the main
we
six.
are gathered here today to join these two in matrimony.
As I look around this room,
Oi.
I can only imagine how uncomfortable Cranky must be.
This is a wedding, not a roast.
But I also see so many ponies from all trots of life, brought together by love. Cranky searched all across this great land of ours to find Matilda. And no matter what obstacles kept them apart, love would finally bring them together, just as it has brought all of us together now. It's remarkable to me how a story like Cranky's search for Matilda could fill this room with such a unique collection of ponies. It makes you realize that every pony is the star of their own story. And it's not just the main characters in our stories that make life so rich. It's every pony. Those who play big
Like
parts
this.
and those who play small.
The
If it weren't for every pony in this room, and many more who couldn't be here today, Cranky and
Frickin'
Matilda's
changeling.
lives wouldn't be as full and vibrant as they are.
celebration of the background characters.
And so, in front of all these loved ones, Cranky, do you take this donkey to be your lawfully wedded wife?
You bet I do.
And do you, Matilda, take this donkey to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Then I'm proud to say, I now pronounce you Jack and Jenny.
Alright. Oh shit. Nice. Yeah, flameless fireworks. It's not like they're gonna do any damage.
Of course! They
Grabs
didn't
Rose.
have to ignite! How could I have missed it?
You know something, girls? We are so lucky to live in this town. I love you all. Ow! That's where the bugbear bit me. Sorry.
Alright. I am thoroughly dazed and confused. Yeah. That left me speechless. Not exactly in the most positive way, just kind of a neutral way. That was disorienting. Hasbro. Well, there you go. That was My Little Pony, Season 5, Episode 9, Slice of Life. And, just a quick disclaimer here. For you guys, I've just finished watching it. For me, actually, I'm recording this outro over an hour later after my initial watch. I went back and watched the episode, five times. I went back and watched the episode 5 more times to, well, for one, it was a really entertaining episode, and two, I wanted to make sure I hadn't missed anything, because so much was going on. And I was surprised that I pretty much didn't miss anything of note, other than on my first watch I didn't notice Barry Punch during that little dubstep mobile ride through the town. But this episode was beyond, like, packed to the brim with content, and literally, like, 100% of it was fan service. I'm hesitant to call this an episode. I mean, if I were to, like, make a list of, like, my top 10 episodes of the series or something, this wouldn't be on here because I wouldn't consider this an episode. Because it really wasn't. The closest correct description I can come up with is it was a special. It was a fan service episode designed specifically for, you know, the fans. I mean, if you were to show this episode to someone and they had never seen the series before, this episode would be just nonsensical chaos to them. This episode was made for us, the fans. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a special. And this special was absolutely fantastic. It was very, very heavily enjoyable. We got like every popular thing in the fandom. We got Derpy and the Doctor, and we got the Lebowski guys came back. That was a little out of left field. And we got Lyra and Bon Bon. Was very happy to see them, and that right there was the point where I just gave up on the episode being logical at all. Was that complete insanity about Lyra and the secret agent thing. That was just ridiculous. But well, we got Lyra and Bon Bon and got some fuel for fanfiction stories. Bon Bon is now James Bond. And Stephen Magnet reappeared, and now that name is canon. Though technically speaking, it was sort of canon company-wise beforehand, seeing as that's the label that was on the toys. So technically speaking, it was already accepted as canon. But moving on. And of course, we got Vinyl and Octavia, and that was fantastic. And you know what? I could just go on and on and on and on about this, because there was so much in this episode. But suffice it to say, it had like everyone, other than the main six. They were the background ponies this episode. That was a nice little twist. Although they were appearing, but they didn't have lines, or until the very end, one or two. Oh yeah, we got that paralyzed horse's log type monologue thought thing from Gummy. That was just that put the icing on the cake of this episode just being complete and utter ridiculous nonsense. Not that that's a bad thing, mind you. It's what makes Gmod videos so great. It just wasn't expecting it from MLP. But yeah, all in all, great. I'm gonna break away from tradition here, and I'm going to give this special a rating. 'Cause why not? Since it was such a tradition breaker. And my rating for this thing is an 11 out of 12.5. There you go. Yeah, that's all I have to say for this thing. I'll see you all next time, and until next time, enjoy the music.